Hey, it's Brian Sebastian. Here we are in Movie Reviews and More, and we are in a secret location at one of my friend's house. I'm going to let her introduce herself because she's used to having a mic in her hand. Who are you?
I'm Kirsten Collins.
Yeah. Well, no, she is. This is part of the Collins family. And you know, it's fun because we met 3 years ago, and I like the whole family going back to way, way back. And I get a chance to hang out with them as well. We don't get a chance to see each other. It's been 3 years. But you were at Celebrity Connected Gifting Suite.
I was. Got those gifts.
Well, and then what happened? My friend Terry Marie interviewed you, and I saw the playback. I'm like, I didn't know you were there.
We didn't even get to see each other. It was crazy.
I'm like, we gotta get together because this is not good. So here we are. We're at your place. Let's talk about you.
Talk about me. Well, first I think we need a burger. You know, it's definitely.
We were talking about In-N-Out before, so that's what it was. But here we are. We're going to talk about you now. I love your hair. Talk about your hair.
My hair. Well, you know, this is just straight brushed left after I wash it. Leave it natural most of the time. I like to just be me. I'm a very natural person.
And you like organic products, too.
I do. I love anything that has no preservatives, yucky things. I like to keep it real. You know, what you put on your hair is the same as what you feed in your body.
I like that. It's all about that. Really, really good. Really, really good stuff. Talk about what do you have coming up? Because I was watching Mercy early this morning at 6:30 this morning. I was checking you out again. The Chainsmokers you cover like that. You got something coming up. You just did a performance, too.
I did. Oh, man, I have so many goodies coming up. Just a lot that I'm waiting for. This whole entertainment industry, you have to wait and persist and pursue things. So I have a couple of my original songs that I want to put out in the next couple of months, a couple of videos coming up, maybe some TV shows. We'll think about it. I don't know. A lot going on, so...
And it's good to see your mom, too, because your mom is, I always call her occasionally, whether she's in Canada or not. It's fun. It's fun chatting with your mom.
What is so funny is that whoever meets me, Christian, Crawford, or Charisma, every time they meet my parents, they're like, we love your folks better than you. We're sorry. And it's like, okay, it's irrelevant. Whatever.
Yeah, you guys don't count. It's all about the mom.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about my mother. That woman is amazing.
All right. Let's give your mom's hashtag.
Okay, so it is the Mama Collins.
Yeah, she's got a fan base, too.
She does. She also speaks into lives, which is amazing, and I think that's where all of us kids have really gotten. That is, you know, understanding the responsibility of having a fan base, too. And so I've really appreciated that with both of my parents.
You know, the fun thing about the Collins family and Kirsten is that they're just a great family. They're just great people. And your fans know that in general, but not everybody knows that because not everybody gets a chance to meet you, but a lot of people know who you are. And you guys know I talk about your asses all the time.
I feel so special.
Well, you kind of are special, you know.
I'll take it. We love you, too, and we really appreciate you highly, so... You better remember that. When you wake up at 6:30 in the morning, remember, Kirsten loves me, okay?
I've got to remember that one. Talk about when you first came over here when you were 14, what was that like coming from Canada?
Oh, man, it was exciting and scary all at once. I didn't know what to expect, but it was just such a God thing. I could just say that out. Like, I got to meet just such wonderful first people firsthand, and I was so respected and loved, and I think that was important for me because there's a lot of rough patches, don't get me wrong, but it started off great, and I think that anything that you have a secure core in, you definitely are able to pursue that stronger, and so it gave me purpose, and I really enjoyed that. It was difficult. We came out sometimes, we drive, like from Canada down to America, back and forth. Sometimes we came down with $200 in our pockets. We're like, we can do this. So don't let anything stop you with that.
And you did do this, as you would say.
We did do it.
Talk about your followers on Instagram. What social media is your strongest? What's the one you most prefer?
I love Instagram. I really do because I get to know some of my close fans who just literally become family. I think that's the coolest part about it is that they call themselves family. Like I have fans that are from like Russia, Germany, like then Brazil and randomly in Asia, and they all come together and they'll meet in like randomly Los Angeles to meet with each other. And I think that that's the coolest for me is to like experience that just coming together for a cause and then becoming family. So that's my favorite thing.
And what's your followers on Instagram?
What's my followers? Oh, wait. 195.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm working it up, okay?
That's pretty impressive. Okay, talk about Facebook. Why is Facebook, when it comes to your music, important?
Facebook. Well, Facebook's been a little bit harder to do things on recently, but It's important because it reaches a different type of audience. I think that it's a different age range, and different countries use Facebook more than they use Instagram. So it's always important to be on all platforms to spread out the word on all things. Because, for me, I want to have world-renowned music, so got to post that on everything.
Yeah. So when it comes to your YouTube channel, I find that fascinating because I go to YouTube a lot based on my age demos and things like that. So, I started following you today, even though I was following you a long time ago. Sometimes it's hard to follow your friends, but, I really went on at 6:30 West Coast time watching her videos.
Don't worry about it. Just as recommendation, watch me at 6:30 in the morning. You will get revelations. It'll be perfect.
Well, no, and I did. I was watching, the cover of Chainsmokers and the one Mercy. Yep. Talk about that.
Ooh, those were so much fun. I actually have not always enjoyed covers. I'm going to be completely honest because I'm a very creative person. And when I started off on YouTube, back then you weren't allowed to recreate covers. You had to do it strictly with what the artist sang like. And that was really difficult for me. And so I'm loving the fact that nowadays you are able to create with your covers and make different genres, put different people, collaborate. And I love to work with other people. It's fun and exciting. You learn a lot.
So when people ask you about your social media, which is the first one you talk about? You talk about Instagram and you go down the list, right?
I think so.
All right. So why people are watching, go down the list and how they can find you.
All right. Everything is Kirsten Collins Music. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. I think that's it, right? Musically.
And Twitter.
And Musically. It's all Kirsten Collins Music. If you type Kirsten Collins in, I will show up and you can stalk me if you want to. If you don't... No,
don't do that. Don't do that. But check out her music and everything because she is a great singer. We don't need any more stalkers.
No stalkers. Sorry.
No. Talk about Snapchat because I'm not on Snapchat. Why is that fun?
I think that Snapchat is fun for a certain age range. I've moved on to stories, if I'm honest, because they kind of do the same thing. But Snapchat allows you to just catch moments that other platforms won't carry, like just random, like how if I just decided to deck you or something, or like hug you,
and you could do that too.
Personally, do that if I wanted to. Then I could film that, or push you in the pool, and people would enjoy it, and it'd be only 24 hours.
It would be a brawl, a brawl.
It would be a brawl. I might end up in the pool as well. We don't know yet. We haven't tried that one yet. So,
when it comes to movies, do you have a favorite movie that you like? That kind of inspired you to go for music? Because soundtracks are great.
Ooh. I'm an animated freak. I love animation. I love action and animation mostly. All Marvel films always inspire me. Definitely Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs inspired my...
what a great movie.
It's such a good movie, and it inspired my catchphrase, "Oh, cheeseburgers," because all the cheeseburgers were falling from the sky, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh, cheeseburgers. But Big Hero 6 was a really big one for me. I loved that one, and WALL-E. I just think that it was just such a peaceful thing, and I'm not a very, it's hard for me to sit and be quiet. So it was nice for me to see, just love in a different type of element and atmosphere. So those are probably my favorites.
So now, when it comes to that, you've got your music. You guys have, and I have to say the Collins family, even though we're talking to Kirsten, it's all connected because I see you as just a great, fun-loving family, and I like that. And not a lot of families get along, but you guys are always together in a way.
In a way, yes. In the past year, it's been a little bit more difficult, when we grow up. I mean, I'm 23, Christian's 21, Crawford's 20, Charisma's still the youngin', but we've always been really close.
By the way, you should have seen Charisma lately. She's a superstar.
She always knows how to do herself up. I wish I was that cool, but I'm not. I'm one of those people that goes out in cheeseburger slippers, sweatpants, and reps that life.
That's me.
That's my life, and I'm cool with that. But we grew up so close, and we always bounce off of each other, and it's a cool energy to challenge yet love each other. And I think that I really enjoyed that. And having parents that stuck with us, like if I wanted to do anything, let's just say the randomest thing like gymnastics and piano lessons and hockey, I would be in every single one of those classes and courses. And that as a family element was really important to me. And I think that's what structured me being so secure in sticking to who I am in Los Angeles.
What do you want to do? What's on if you have a bucket list? In case you don't know, do you know what a bucket list is first because of your age?
I know what a bucket list is. Okay, it's a lot of things I want to do, and I check them off.
All right, so what have you checked off so far and what's left for you to do?
Ooh, this is a big question. Oh my goodness.
Tend to ask them.
Yeah, you do. Well, I wanted to go on a vacation by myself, but
when are we going?
yeah, exactly, right, by myself. Remember, right, by myself. But God sent me to China, so that was the first vacation by myself, and I went across the world. And He's like, that's where you're gonna go. So from then on, I want to travel the entire world. I want to go to every single city, and I want to perform. No matter if it's just in front of 5 or bazillion people. That's the biggest thing on my bucket list. To get a car would be definitely one as well. Definitely want a nice car. Maybe like a Mercedes 67. Not Mercedes. Mustang 67. What am I saying? Mercedes. And I don't know. I have lots of bucket list things.
You're going to be casting something pretty soon. I'm sure you don't know what it is yet, but I know it's going to be something exciting.
Ooh, something very exciting? Maybe I'll be my own superhero.
You don't know. You never know.
I'm kind of excited now.
All right, talk about China.
China is so cool and interesting. I learned so much about myself. Such a different culture over there, and I was sitting with like all these people that all spoke a different language than me. We couldn't communicate other than just laughter and hugs, and it was really cool because not very many people get to experience that portion of China. And every 5 seconds they all do "Kambe," and "wo hai ni," which is like "I love you" and "let's drink," pretty much. And I just got to and when you're performing, they don't actually clap until. Or maybe never.
The end.
They never do. But it was cool to see how we brought a different culture to them and they brought a different culture to us, and it became like a family of learning. So it was interesting.
What do you have to say to your fans before we go?
I love you.
I like that. She means it, though.
I really do mean it. I really do mean it. I do. I don't think that I couldn't. I wouldn't do what I do if I didn't have the ability to love a multitude of people. I think that it's irresponsible to do that because then you're loving just yourself. And I think it's important to love yourself because if you don't love yourself, then you can't love others. But you have to love the individual. I think that's one more quick thing. I had to learn how to perform in front of one person because I was so comfortable performing in front of millions of people, but one day I realized that if I can't perform in front of one person, I shouldn't be able to perform in front of a million because you're singing in front of a million individuals. And you have to understand each individual and how you're connecting with them and how you're resonating with who they are and what they want to accomplish. And so that was really cool. I got a lot of stuff to learn.
That's actually pretty good. I've never heard that before. That is important, though.
Yeah, it is. And it's challenging. I don't know about you, but if you've ever had to do something in front of one person, it's like,
I'm not that singer. I'm the drummer. You're the singer.
Yeah, I drum sometimes, okay?
Really?
My last performance, I went on the drums and I was singing. I brought up 2 random strangers from the audience, and I said, go on the piano and go in here, and we just sung and wrote and jammed for my performance. I love doing that, so something in my life.
So you're going to see her on the radio show pretty good, and you're going to see her on the TV show pretty good, so look out for her. Any last words, young lady?
Have an amazing night, and I'm going to push you.
She probably will. And we will see you on Brian Sebastian Movie Reviews and More. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Out
you.
at your pool.
Yeah.
We're going to go upstairs and talk to their parents now, and then Charisma's going to come in with her superstar look. That'll be fun. We will see you soon.